Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by today. Today's beer comes from Founders. This is their Harvest Ale 2016 edition. Guys, I think I did this beer a couple years ago. So we're going to redo it if I have, and if I haven't, it's a brand new one. But I think I reviewed this a while back, and I think the first time they did it, maybe it was in a bigger bottle than this little 12 ouncer, but I don't remember. After almost 2,300 beer reviews, they kind of go over your head and try to remember all the beers that I've done. So this is a wet harvest ale from this year's harvest of the hops, and it's got it bottled on 10/3 of 2016. So it is today is the 21st of November. So it's about 6 weeks or so old, so it still should be good. 70 IBUs, 7.6%. So we've got the bottled on date, we got the ABV, and we got the IBUs right here on the bottle. That's the way it should be done, especially for an IPA. We got all three numbers, and that's what we want to see. So Founders, you're doing it right. Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Rico sent me this beer. Matter of fact, he sent me a couple of them. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty damn sure that I've had this beer before, but it's been a while. So we're going to see what the 2016 edition brings to the table. So commercial description here says, this liquid dream pours a hazy golden orange straw color with a large puffy white 2-finger head. First sip of this beer rewards with a super juicy hop presence bursting with fresh orange and lemon citrus, then continues to induce toasted malt undertones. As I get the cap off of this, I will tell you the food pairings are your typical IPA. Cuisine is carried into Thai. The cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar, and the stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola, Limburger, go with it. And the meat is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. Let's go down the center. I want to see that 2-finger frothy head. I don't think we're going to get that. We are definitely not going to get that. We're not even going to get a 1/4 finger head on that pole. That's where the pint, Beckernog, tumbler stein, Dell mug. I'm using my favorite tulip glass, and we don't even have, and this, and a little bit more on the outside, but it is just barely covering the top of the beer. Definitely not 2-finger frothy head like they said, and not recommended for cellaring because it's an IPA and hops sulfate, guys. Definitely a filtered beer. I can see the light right through it. A nice amber color. Let's get a nose on it. Oh yeah, very nice orange, citrusy. Not getting so much of the lemon in there, but maybe some hints of some grapefruit. Just a tad of pine. Not a West Coast style by any means. But let's see what the taste brings. Cheers everybody. Cheers Rico. Very tasty. More of an East Coast style to me, guys. Not that West Coast up in your face hot presence. I was hoping for a little more hop presence. It doesn't tell us what hops they've used on this, but a decent beer. Definitely a nice tasty beer, but you gotta grade it accordingly. They're not saying it's a West Coast style, so very well made. And I like the fact that they've given us the date, bottled on date, not a Best By or Enjoy by date, the IBUs and the ABV right on the bottle. So that is a good thing, and that carries a little bit with me to have all that information, not have to look anything up. So let's run out of the fridge, let's sip on it for a while and see what we end up with. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while. Got a little bit left here. Decent ale. A nice wet hop ale. It's not a West Coast style by any means, but for what it is, I mean, it's very tasty. And I love the fact that they're giving us all 3 bits of information on the bottle. IBUs, ABV, and the bottle on date. Not a Best By or Enjoy by or whenever you want to have it by date. They're giving us all the information we need. So, very nice. Very nice beer. I don't think it's a 10 beer, guys. To me, I would like to see a little more hop profile to get to 10, but like I said, it's not a West Coast style. So I'm going to grade it accordingly. Like I think of a lot other beers that I would prefer over this, but this is not a pricey beer, I'm sure. I mean, you probably buy a 6-pack of this for around 10 bucks. Final chug. I didn't look and see what Rico had sent to me on this, and I'm going to do that before I run away, if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Founders Harvest Ale, 7.6 wet hopped American IPA with 70 IBUs, bottled on. Picked up a 4-pack, so it comes in a 4-pack, and it's $13.99. To me, guys, that's a little pricey. That is a little pricey. I don't think I would pay that much for this beer, to be honest with you, especially if they're only doing it in a 4-pack. And I can understand them doing that since it's a 7.5% or 7.6%er. A lot of times when you once they get above the 7%er, they want to start dropping it back to 4-packs. This should be in a 6-pack. It should, and it should be for a 7.6%er. I would say between 11 and 13 bucks for a 6, not 4. So my 2 cents is I wouldn't pay $14 for 4 of these. Sorry, it just doesn't have enough taste to rectify that kind of pricing. Just my 2 cents. Brewed with fresh hops within hours of harvest. That's why I'm thinking it should have a lot more pungent taste, hop taste, than it does. So I think it's a little bit overpriced. So with that being said, let me mark this. Guys, I don't think it's an A beer, but they're not claiming it to be a West Coast style, but they are claiming it to be a wet hopped ale, which usually means the hops are very pungent and very forward. And they are there, but they are not super forward. So it's not going to get to 10 from me, guys. I am going to give it the 9 because all the information they give on it, it does have a nice taste to it, but it's more of an East Coast style than a West Coast style to me. The American rating on this, guys, is going to be right smack down in the middle of the 80s, 95. So let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says it is 94. I'm only 1 number off from that. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 99, 90 in style. 99 in the style. So a little bit better numbers from those guys over there. I'm right in between. And for our final check-in, we will go over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 4.05, which is an A category there. So it's A's all around, guys. It is an A beer. And you can be the judge for yourself whether you think it's an A minus, an A, or an A plus, a 10 beer. These guys over here at Rate Beer thinking it's damn close to a 10 beer. 2 reasons why. The hop forwardness is not quite there, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not a, they're not claiming it to be a West Coast style where we have that super pungent hop aroma, plus being $13.99, $14 for a 4-pack is a little pricey in my opinion. You can buy a 4-pack of a stout, imperial stout, for